Hello, good morning. This is Fixvirus Security Show. We have Monday, December the 15th. We'll start out with a little bit of Van Halen, and then we'll go into the news of the day. The news of the day is a small bank in Kansas creates a bank account of the future. So, guess what? They're now setting up a way for them to transfer the money in real time instead of at the end of the day. ACH transfers usually are collected in batches and submitted once a day at the end of the day at midnight usually or something. And usually, what happens is you're obviously in batches. You're collecting all of the requests and then submitting them to the different banks, removing the money, transferring the money. Well, what's happening now is that they're wanting to set up a system so they can immediately transfer the money instead of at the end of the day. Well, as you can imagine, this could portend new security issues. So in the future, there may be new and different kinds of security problems that happen. So, okay, and now let's move on. So now we want to go into the tip of the day. The tip of the day is about explaining the blue team versus the red team. We have in security parlance, we have the red team, which is the attacking team. We have the blue team which is the defending team, which defends your database. So what does the red team do? Well, we know what the blue team does. The blue team defends the network with a firewall, your web server, your mail server in the demilitarized zone, and you're trying to defend the local network either with a database or other machines inside the network. So what does the red team do? The red team does, we've discussed this, but they scan the network. They'll do a vulnerability scan, and then a assessment of the vulnerability. So what's the difference between a regular scan and a vulnerability scan? Well, this is more designed for the web, the applications. So the scan, this is like a network scan. So you're looking at each network port. Is it open? Is it closed? From here, you can then decide which applications you're going to do a vulnerability assessment on. The assessment does a little more detailed information where you're trying to figure out exactly how to attack this. So once you figure out what you can attack, then you will attempt to penetrate the network, the application, the network, whatever you find that is open, that you can do a good job at exploiting. So then when you exploit the network, then you're in. Penetrate, exploit, you're in the machines. You're either on the database, you're on the web server, you're on the mail server, depending on your goal. Usually the firewall is protected, or a lot of times you're just going to bypass the firewall. And this is how most of the time the reason most people get hacked is because of malware. So if a user opens up and mails an email and gets malware on their machine. Well, they're in the network. So you're not, the firewall isn't always helpful to defend against outside attacks. It's helpful to just to see what's going on in your network. Because the red team, once the red team penetrates and then it exploits, it does its job trying to take down the database or copy data, copy email, then they want to command and control their software. And so they're going to go back out to their machines, out to the internet. So the firewall, the intrusion detection system, should be able to see this process unfold. So that is what happens with the red team. Again, we'll go over it. This is scan, vulnerability assessment, scan, vulnerability assessment. This is to do with the network, to do with the applications. Then you're trying to figure out what you can penetrate. The bottom line is the penetration. The exploit is where you're trying to actually copy your goal. Is it a database? Is it either electronic health records, either it's payment card information. And then once you've got all that down, you're in the network, you're exploiting your data, then you're going to want to control the machines. Because even the control of the machines gives the criminal money. So as a red team person, you're going to want to try to control the machines as well, just to see how well you can do the goals that you want to do in the future, and then you can make money after at it as well. So I mean, the bottom line is to make money at this. The criminal is there to make money. Thanks for watching. We got a couple more shows this week. Wednesday we're going to take the day off, so we have too many other commitments. So at this point, we're going to do a Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday show as well as today's. Thank you for watching.